what's called a citizen scam. Here with more is Kyle Emmel, the cyber threat intelligence analyst for both North Dakota Information Technology and the North Dakota State and Local Intelligence Center. Hello, Kyle. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you.
Wonderful. So what are some of the most common internet scams that everybody should be aware of? There's so many out there, but which ones are you seeing the most?
So there's a ton of different categories of scams. You have romance scams, fake products and services, impersonations, and everyone has probably heard of or seen marketplace scams, business email compromise, which is more affects small and medium-sized businesses, and sextortion. But there's even more. A really common scam that people have probably observed here in North Dakota, it has to do with hacked accounts. So you'll see, my Facebook account was hacked, or you see an account that was hacked. That account is generally it's compromised, and then it'll be leveraged to deliver some type of criminal activity. Let's use Facebook as an example. You have an account, it gets hacked, and the cyber criminals will attempt to leverage that depending on what the opportunity is and what the person, if it's a business associated with a business, if they have lots of goods and services for sale. I assess that the majority of those that you see when that happens, when that activity takes place, it stems from a very common cyber attack, which we call credential harvesting. So individuals, businesses, even large organizations, every single day, all day are delivered credential harvesters through phishing emails, phishing text, or messages on social media platforms. And what credential harvesting is you'll get a message, you'll get that email, that text message, and it'll say you have something important to review. And when you go to that link, whatever is being delivered to you, in credential harvesting, you'll be presented a website that looks and feels exactly like Microsoft 365. It'll look like Facebook. It'll look like a Gmail login. They're very hard to distinguish from completely authentic and legitimate login screens. And when you enter your username and email, your password on those platforms, the fake login, the threat actors, the cyber criminals, they have them instantly. So what takes place is if an account does not have multi-factor authentication or two-factor authentication, the bad guy is able just to log in. Then what takes place is, like in all cyber attacks, is they're going to leverage it for as long as they can. And once that time has passed, the data that is exfiltrated, and that might be personal information, photos, communications with other people, that's taken. And even after they've lost access to that account, but you've got it back, you'll see new accounts pop up, and those new accounts will have the same photos. They know where they live, they work, their school, all the things, and it looks right. And those new accounts then are again leveraged for the same type of activity. I've observed this a number of times in North Dakota, and it's very common to target, especially small businesses. The important part for everyone to remember is that where there's an opportunity for cybercrime or fraudulent activity to exploit, to take advantage, fraud does exist. And a lot of these scams do cross over and overlap, where you'll have romance scams might turn into sextortion or money laundering in some cases. And marketplace scams might start with just fake products and services for sale, but they might be leveraging impersonation or compromised accounts through traditional malicious hacking activity. So there's a lot of overlap.
Absolutely. And like you said, these scammers are getting smarter. They find these ways to use technology to their advantage, to take advantage of people. So Kyle, should people reach out to you? We have about, maybe 30 seconds left to cover this, but should people reach out to you if they find themselves in one of these situations? What do people do once they find themselves or their information has been compromised?
Absolutely. It's